Set-wise, decent, okay. Stand the golf, like I say, in a nice position there. Ball position's all good. Spine angle's nice. Good posture looking down the line. There's a lot of good positives to take away from that. Take away for me, you can the left down one here now, you can see, so your right knee sliding into that kind of yellow C shape there, where you had a lot of lower half movement there. And your knees at this point now aren't really supporting your swing there. So you've got the knee going out there, this knee's kicked across, left foot's off the ground there with the heel. Yeah. You've kind of tilted your top half and kind of slid your lower half in the golf ball, okay? So you're in a position now that's going to mean that club's quite steep and going to chop down into it, okay? And then your way of kind of recovering that is kind of, you slide into it, right foot sort of hangs back and doesn't really move anywhere. He's all trying to fight the golf ball and the club back to impact, skids backwards. Yeah. Then you roll your arms over and you end up in a fairly decent position to finish with. But how you've got there is relying on a hell of a lot of skill and ability to do it. And why make the game that much more difficult? Yeah, exactly. The game's hard enough at the best of times. So that's your backswing kind of there pre-movement, okay? These are your practice swings where you're trying to get this leg to rotate around you there. So that wasn't too bad. You're able to make more shoulder turn there, which is good. Head's turned a little bit, but not too bad there. It's just sort of keeping that spine angle there. So you stand up a little bit, make sure we get that sort of spine angle lean or side bend, okay? So that was okay there. And another couple on here now. That was your head moves more there, which is why your shoulders turn more. Yeah. That's not a bad position in terms of rotation, but you just turn your head away from the ball. You can't see the ball there now. So now you have to sort of then look your head back to the golf ball again. Don't ideally want to be doing that. That's you, I think, trying to turn more and letting your head kind of go with it to sort of see where that club is. Yeah. So that's what it is. When we look at the shot now, we would sort of see somewhere in between. So this back, so although the leg goes a little bit, okay, we do get a little bit more of a turn, okay? Yeah. Your head started to go a little bit, okay? Knee has collapsed a smidge, okay? Not as much maybe, but still gone a little bit more than we want to, okay? As coming back to the golf ball, the right foot movement now is kind of staying in sort of the same lane, shall we say? It kind of moves towards the golf ball as opposed to for here where it kind of like goes backwards there and then does a full old kind of like wee come around there. Yeah. So this is going to be a better footwork and enable you to sort of be more consistent with your strike. As I say, at the moment now you can still see your arms and your forearms sort of rolling that club over. You need to do that. Yeah. No. The reason why you kind of would hit that cutty one is because you would slide the knees too much, not really turn, you get a bit steep and tilty, and steep just generally means the club face stays open a bit more. Yeah. So with the driver, it's going to lead to that cut. I know he says, I'll roll the arms over, and that foot kind of drops back as a result of this sort of movement you're making, and it kind of it's a draw. But you've basically got sort of two elements. You're chucking like a real strong left hook shape into your game and a real strong slice shape into your game, hoping those two wrongs come together and make a run. And like I say, 6 times out of 10 they do really well, but 4 times out of 10 one wins and the other one wins. And the problem is, through a round of golf, you're going to find you're going to change physically, especially this time of year. You start off bloody freezing, stiff as a board, haven't warmed up. Then you start warming up, now you're swinging more efficiently and faster, then you get tired because you're cold. Yeah? So that's how your body's going to change throughout the swing. And if you're relying on timing all the time, and you only get one go every 20 minutes with the driver, probably less than that, one go every half an hour. I think on the first, if you had the button, if you did it drive on the first, and drive on the third, and then drive on the fifth, I suppose, that's 3 drivers before you get to 6 tee an hour later. So it's one every 20 minutes. Yeah, if you go around an hour, that'd be quite quick to get around there. So you're not really using a driver very often, and you're relying on adjustments all the time. Then you find you hit one straight, one right, one left, one straight, one right, one out of 10, 6 good, 4 not so good. So we can get that feeling of that turning of the body. So again, do some swings up against the wall where you actually feel okay. Use your alignment sticks if you wanted that. That'd be a good thing, and stick it in the ground. Obviously, opposite your right foot there. The space from that right hip's going to be about a fist-ish and a half away from the ball, based on how much your leg kind of obviously going to kick in a little bit. And then you make a rotation in the backswing where you actually create more space if we can, so that right hip is going around, the right knee's kind of moving behind. You're getting the feeling that this hip and knee are kind of going behind you. Yes, if you're sort of playing peekaboo with the wall there, I'm hiding my hip and shoulder out of the way, and this knee then is coming in, as opposed to doing that and sliding into the goal, okay? And again, if you want a checkpoint, swing the top of your back, so you're going to think, can I do a squat? If you can, you've probably done a reasonable spot. If you try to squat from there, you said your ankle didn't feel very good. No. Try and collapse into that position, okay? So you're turning more, not allowing the head to turn if we can. That's got to kind of say, look at the ball, and a little bit more side bend when you do that tourniquet. We're not sort of
So
turning that
this would
shoulder
have
a
a
bit
big
higher.
actually, because come summer,
Yeah.
I suffer with my ankle
Do you?
really bad.
Interesting, yeah?
Like-
In the right one, yeah?
In the right one, I'm
Yeah,
in
yeah.
agony with it all summer.
There you go, mate. That for me, and I say to a lot of people, especially of all different, that's why I was about injuries and stuff, and nothing wrong with you, you say you just suffer with it. But if your swing is healthy, I'd rather a swing be healthy, repeatable, and consistent than being consistent and repeatable but unhealthy.
Yeah.
So if you play golf the next day, like, bloody hell, my ankle's sore, you go with the boys for 3 or 4 days, games 2, 3, and 4, you're not going to look forward to, are you?
No.
So yeah, if we can make your swing more efficiently
Definitely.
supportive around that ankle rather than putting a lot of weight on that right ankle there, just again doing that doesn't really sort of sit too well with most people. So okay, mate.
Yeah,
makes sense.
good.
Good man, very good, mate. I will send that through to you.